Shaun. Good of you to give up your time, mate.
No
Just got a few questions for you. We won't keep you long. It's sad that the league was suspended again. What was your thoughts on how it was going?
It was a little bit gutting because we were doing so well. We were playing well. We were unbeaten in 10. Felt that every game we were going into, we were going to win. It was a little bit gutting the way it ended.
How have you been keeping fit during this lockdown?
Probably haven't, if I'm honest. Up until about 4 weeks ago, I went back and done some one-to-ones with Carl. So I've been keeping busy doing that the last 4 weeks, but other than that, probably not a lot. I'm not known for me running.
Your form's been as good as ever during the last season, but there was one game when the manager left you out. Did he talk to you about that?
Yeah, he did. He pulled us before the game, and to be fair, I probably wasn't playing the best at the beginning of the season. Had a few games where goals were going in where I probably shouldn't have let in, and he had a word with us and says that I felt like I was playing with a bit more pressure on us than I should have been, and he just says I could do with a little bit of a rest and taken out for a game, and that was it. It was just a little bit of a kick up the backside I needed more than anything.
Yeah, probably worked, didn't it? You came back and did the biz.
Yeah, it probably did. It was probably a reality check more than anything of that you're not undroppable and you have got to perform every week to keep your shirt.
What's it been like this season playing under COVID restrictions?
It's been different, especially like the game. It's a lot quieter without getting a load of abuse by somebody behind the goal, but that's a bonus. But it's the whole experience hasn't been that different. You're still in the change room with the lads, and it's more just it's a lot quieter playing without the fans.
I've got to say, Shaun, I'm usually down the other end, but are you a screaming keeper? Do you give our defenders hell if they allow a striker an easy shot at goal?
Probably, yeah. The last 2 seasons, I keep getting told that referees are quieting down the last couple of years, but yeah, I shout and ball it when I need to. But to be fair, Jack and Bobby make it a lot easier for you.
How important is it to have the trust in the defenders who are playing in front of you and vice versa?
Oh, massively, massively. Bobby and Jack taught you all game anyway. They make your game much easier. You know where they are and what they're doing, and they just make everything so much easier for you. I mean, how many times this season have I gone through a game without having to make a save? And it's probably down to the back four, how organised they are and how well they've been playing.
I've always said, Shaun, that's why you don't get man of the match performances, isn't it? Because you very rarely have a lot to do you?
I don't. It's probably down to the back four and the lads in front of them to keep the ball well away. To be fair,
you've made a number of top class saves, and I don't want to sort of comment on which ones I think they are, but does any of them stick in your mind as being better than the others this season?
Probably the one at Hallam sticks out more than anything. Especially this season.
Give him the game. Give him the game. Get on, go. Deliver.
I want to see it.
Like we're winning 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. And probably that one. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of many others.
Yeah, I might be going back a previous season, but you made an absolutely cracking save at RCA one night, didn't you?
That was last season. That was just before the season ended last year. I think that was our last home game before the season got cut short against RCA.
Apart from yourself and Matty Bateman, who would you say is the best keeper amongst the players?
Sweetie fancies himself. Sweetie's joined in a few sessions with over the last season. Probably Michael Sweet. I think Aidan fancies himself as a goalkeeper now and then. I think he did play against West Auckland when I got sent off. Aidan.
He made a couple of good saves as well.
Yeah, I think it was a triple save he made.
If we didn't need him at right back, you might have lost your place that day.
I might have.
Just a guesstimate. Was the night at the Stadium of Light the highlight of your career?
Probably, yeah. Massive Sunderland fan to start with, and season ticket holder since I was 6 years old. So yeah, probably the highlight. Just Wembley would top it.
It's no secret that you like a drink. So how did you celebrate that night?
Very, very well. I think
Bear in mind, we already know because we spoke to other players and they've told us.
I didn't get in till about 7 the next morning, so that'll tell you why.
Looking ahead to the FA Vase game against Warrington Rylands, do you know anything about them at all?
Not a lot. A few of my mates who played for Jarrow got knocked out of them, so just a little bit of what they've said, really. But other than that, not a lot. We've got 2 big centre forwards, and our goalkeeper's half decent, which is what they've said. But other than that, not a lot.
You got any must-win games, Shaun? Either your hometown club or a former club where you've absolutely got to win?
Not really. I think every game, but I think the 4-0 at home to Hebburn last year was a big one, because I obviously everybody knows I drink in Hebburn, and I've got a lot of friends that run Hebburn, and got a few friends that play there. So yeah, that one probably.
What was your favourite moment from the season just gone?
Probably the Stockton game in the Vase, after getting knocked out in the FA Cup first game, and we didn't really turn up. So beating them in the Vase the way we did and how comfortable it was, probably that.
Would you say that Stockton game can show that you've got the ability to beat the bigger teams in the league going into next season?
Definitely, yeah. We've got a very, very good side. There's a lot of good footballers. I think we just go about our business very quietly. Not many teams are saying that we'll be up there or we're a Hebburn or a Stockton, but as long as we just keep going about it quietly and winning our games, can't really do anything else.
You spend a lot of time with Carl and Brian. How much does the experience help your game?
Quite a lot. I know when I first came, we had a bit of bother with goalkeeping coaches not having one, or one turning up and now and then. But Carl's helped massively. He puts a lot of time in and a lot of thought into his sessions and stuff. So plus he's a goalkeeper himself, so he knows what he's talking about.
You got any fancy to be a goalkeeping coach yourself when you hang your gloves up?
I've never really thought about it yet. Maybe
You got the patience?
Probably not. Probably might in a few years when I calm down and mature a little bit more.
And if we win the next FA Vase game, would you prefer a home tie or an away tie?
Home. I fancy it to beat anybody at home. Don't think many teams like coming to Shildon.
A lot of players we've asked quite fancy the bus ride home after an away game, Shaun. I would have thought that was up your street.
Oh, it's massively up my street, the bus ride home, but there's no better way to go about it, is it? When you win in a Vase, the bus ride home, it's entertaining. But I'd rather take the home draw and get through the next round that way.
Just before we let you go, Shaun, you'll be pleased to know the golf courses are open again next week. I know it's a while since you played, but how was it going?
Not too bad, to be fair. I've only lost a few balls now and then, but it's getting better. But it might be a bit rusty next week when I get back out, but we'll give it a go.
You know if the manager's arranging another pre-season Shildon AFC Open? This last year you had the pleasure of helping me to look for my balls, didn't you?
I did. Craigsy has tried to organise it, but I think he's let the side down a little bit with his organisation. So I think he's totally give up.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Shaun.
No bad, nice to see you.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? You haven't had one of them illegal haircuts, have you?
No, I've got a barber in me bubble.
Thanks very much, Shaun.
No bother, mate.
See you next week, man. Thanks for
See you later.
See you later.
Hello there. Just a reminder, the virtual tickets are on sale for the Shildon Warrington Rannans game on the 17th of April. Details in the description below. Remember, any ticket sales will be a great benefit to both clubs. You can also go to our website and Twitter for more details.